What is going on, guys? Oh boy, I'm just sitting up here. Jacob, Rachel, Carl, you, David. See what I'm. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Probably gonna hear a bunch of kids in the background. They're playing. So I had to do now before I get to just. Anyway, we're at deagle.com. And I just stumbled upon this new for a lot of people. Some of you have already seen it, but I ran across it today and I'm going to do it. So here we have the population. Here you can see it right here, 327 million. There's 327 million right there. And this is for, what is this stuff right here? Anyway, it says 327 million. Then we go down here to the forecast of 2025. Population goes down 100.9 billion. So apparently, we're gonna have a population from 327 down to 100 million. Apparently, that is tons of what we see going on now. This is on deagle.com. United States of America. I don't know what this forecast of 2025 is. Million people living here. 2025. So that's probably a heads up. What I found. So the next thing, what FCC. Why this? Sorry about all this. Anyway, if you go to citydata.com/towers slash mobile dash your town dash your state dot html, you're likely to find the FCC registered and mobile towers your town. This particular site will show you the towers located in your. Now, I know there's a lot more than this. As you scroll down, it tells you the address where the towers are. One here at Sierra College Road, the latitude, longitude, the type of the pole, high it is, find frequency 857.162 megahertz. 857 megahertz. This was granted in 2012, expiration 2022. Registrant is Sprint Nextel Corp. Sunrise Valley Drive. Here's the other pictures I took at the baseball field. Those poles are not on here. So there's two right here. This one over here was in one of the pictures in the background. This one, and then these are all the towers that they're recording. As you go down, you can find address, type of everything, what comes out of it. 457 this one, 153 this one. He has something to do with that one. Rockland Police Department, they've got one. So hopefully you can find them in your town. That was a there. So here we have forecast to 2025. There's only going to be 100 million people living in America. So why they're probably pushing the vaccine 5G, chemtrails, dousing us with aluminum. Next thing that we have is the General Assembly of the United Nations on one. All know about the flat Earth flag they use logo, and I was just going over these little tabs here. Main committees. First committee is Disarmament, International Security. Armament and International Security. The first committee deals with disarmament, global challenges, and threats to international. Seeks out solutions, challenges in the international security regime. So here's a whole bunch of stuff about it. It was pretty neat that they armament. Then here they have the economic and financial, the third, fourth, fifth committee. President. Here you have really nice display. Yeah, Fernanda Espinosa Gar. However you say. Each and every one of my actions will bear in mind the fact that the main recipients of our commitments and decisions are our. We are working for them, making the United Nations relevant to all people. Global leadership and shared responsibilities for peaceful, equitable, and sustainable society. That's what they're pushing, is one world government society. We're looking at the backdrop for the leader of the world and the wheat around this map that they conquered, kind of conquering. Yes, Caesar had one on his head. big deal. So here you have the United Nations conquering flat world map. Let's see what else we got. This is a doozy. Again, we're on the sustainabledevelopment.un.org page. I've been reading this since 2015, and I'm just watching it unfold slowly. You care less. This is something that I know about. Spin the wheel, helping governments and stakeholders make SDG, ending poverty in all its forms. You hear the kids probably arguing over the video game. Anyway, the one, they want to end poverty in all its forms. Well, they can't do it now. So that tells you something there. I think they're probably going to use the technology and get rid of everybody that's not going to take part in this. Number 2, they're going to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Sustainable development goal number 3, ensuring healthy lives and promoting a well-being for all at all ages. Then they're going to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote a lifelong learning opportunities for all. I mean, you can go around, you can see all of this. There's like 100 and something goals. Want to go on there, and print it all out. Yeah. Ensuring availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. I'm getting sick to my stomach, but you can go on here and just see all of their goals. Basically just a takeover. This is taking over. Got blue helmets in America right now, probably some kind of deployment I'm hearing in Texas. All hell's breaking loose. Just fun to look at. Let's see. Go ahead. There we go. This Logan Paul character. Who knows what about this? Anyone have any comments on who this guy is? Okay, now I'm finally looking at the chat bar and I can see what you guys are saying. Victoria, I was going to ask you, I'm getting reports in that there's some kind of deployment in Texas. People that are on leave or disability or have left are being called back. They got a 72-hour notice that they need to pack their bags and head to Texas. Wondered if you heard anything about that. I don't want to say much about this Logan guy, but I just saw this little clip. Now, from what I understand, he takes pictures of dead bodies, made fun of it, and everybody's ridiculing him. But he's got 18 million views. Walks around jackass stuff, just like everybody else. And then he shows up to this gig, drops the mic, and claims it I'm out of the closet. Well, I couldn't care less, honestly. Um, but what I did find interesting is wanted to share this with you real quick. He gives the guy a hug. This is right outside the back door.
What's this piece about rock flat earth? Nah, it's a doc. It's a documentary. Is it really? Yeah. Which one? He's like. We're live on YouTube, brother.
Hard body shit.
I don't have as many subs as you.
Nah, you got 60?
60 watching.
Yeah.
Oh,
this one.
You're a flat earther?
Yes, sir. So man.
And you're like, you gotta go to the flat earth
Bro,
conference?
I dragged him here. He didn't want to come I'm always down to try shit.
He said he dragged him here. He didn't even want to go.
Okay.
Stuff.
And what do you think?
I mean, it's cool. I talked to Robbie, and he's really smart. He's got like a ton of really good points. So I don't know, man. It's if I come out saying I'm a flat earther, you gotta understand. It's like a big deal. It's a big So I gotta just make sure I have.
Okay,
the
but
facts.
hold on. What is a big deal towards? Towards your sub count and your fame?
No. I guess it's just an image thing. Because right, I'm sure you know you're a flat earther, right? So if you tell people that, people are like, "Yo, you're crazy," right?
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna do it, I need all the facts and evidence. He's doing his due diligence studies.
But would you speak for the truth? This is more important than reputation.
Yeah. But he just got to figure out the truth first.
You got to know. I know. We all did it.
That's where I'm at.
So there's that. I was just a little taken back to hear that his buddy, his buddy comes by and says he didn't even want to come. That he just grabbed him and drug him in there. So I don't know. I try to stay away from all the drama, but there's a lot of people that are upset about it. But if you got 18 million views and you come to this show and you claim this just to get a higher following and push this to make money, I mean, if you stand before a crowd and you deny the fact that it was even created by a creator, I think that's a huge issue. If it came to be that nobody was proclaiming that Christ Jesus of Nazareth had anything to do with creating this place, then there's a lot of people that need to recalculate, reevaluate what you're pushing. You know, if you go to the grave knowing everything, but you didn't, tack on who the creator is and give him some glory, if not all of it, because none of this truth belongs to any of us. Not one of us deserves anything. We're all just walking dirt. So we all know who created this place, and if you're going to walk around with gold coins with your face on it and, develop cruises and just turn it into a mainstream Hollywood-esque type thing, then cool. I'm just going to sit here in my room and keep doing this. I don't need, I believe there is scripture saying that you're supposed to just take your jewelry off and throw it away. As far as I know, wearing a cross on your hat, on your shirt, around your neck, graven images. I mean, if he's in your heart, that's all you need. So there's a lot of things wrong. I'm glad that people get together, but I'm hearing that the glory to God is lacking. It's more, and it's a huge inconvenience. A lot of people want to jump ship on the whole flat earth thing. If you've got thousands and thousands of followers, you got to be careful with what you say and the image that you're putting on people, especially if it comes down to the creator. This isn't a game, and you're messing with people's souls. I took weeks and weeks just to get the courage to sit here and think, well, God's telling you, you better start saying something. You better start saying something. It's hard to sit back and watch this. Change the channel, man.
Out of the flat earth closet.
I just came out of the flat earth closet. Well, good for him. But all the symbolism that we see here, people can pull symbolism out of anything and create any kind of drama they want out of any of it. And that's the part that we need to be aware of. It says, avoid vain babbling. A fool's mind is in the ends of the earth. I mean, seriously, you can become obsessed with the fact that it's flat, the fact that there's a firmament, the fact that there's water above. But what good is it if you spend your entire life behind a microphone saying only those things? Meanwhile, the rest of the world is being taken over by Luciferian reptilian lizards that are being impregnated by demons, and artificial intelligence is about to take everybody's jobs. But we all understand that it's flat. And I'm sorry for the globe people. I'm sorry that they just can't get over it. They have to have their NASA. And it's a damn shame. NASA does a good job. The truthers don't have $50 billion a day to play with. Really sad. So, I don't know. That was a lot of bitching. A lot of bitching. See? A lot of here we go. This Tesla tower in Texas, I think Bedford, Milford. Yeah, Milford, Texas. I thought, Victoria, you might dig this, but it's a couple years old apparently. There's a lot of questionable things about this. Tesla didn't actually finish the tower that he wanted. They have one now, and God knows what they're going to use this tower what. That was a new find. I don't know much about that tower, but hopefully we'll find out more about that. If anybody who knows, maybe they could drive to Milford. And the Georgia Guidestones was a real doozy. Anybody in Georgia, go check out the Guidestones where it says maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. We all know that perpetual balance with nature generally means it's some kind of satanic innuendo. Loves the I've never been there, but if you go there, apparently there's a hole driven through the center stone that Polaris through it. Polaris being the star that never moves, and it's more or less like the disco ball of the sky. So go to Georgia, check that out, see if it's you could get a piece of paper and use your crayon and make yourself a nice little piece of wall art with took a piece of cardboard paper, cut a hole in it, and I made myself a mock globe. I was playing with some paper and I decided to make my own planets. And you can see this is kind of pear-shaped. You can give it any name you want. This, in fact, is just a sort of fireworks on a black piece of paper. Here's a picture of the sky. I went outside and just took a picture of the sky. This is planet Waterball. Another globular, inhabitable planet. Here we have... Doesn't work. Can you buy land on Mars? Yes, you can. You too can become a Martian landowner by purchasing acres of land on planet Mars. The Lunar Embassy has been selling celestial land since 1980. They're the first and only company in the world to possess a legal basis and copyright for the sale of extraterrestrial property with the confines of our solar system. Why do I run into this stuff? The Sea of Galilee. Pray of God in a nutshell went over there. I just love this picture. This is the water that Jesus walked on. Perfect timing. Sun coming up from around the ball. Bohemian Grove. I've seen a couple questions about Bohemian Grove. It's exactly that far away from where I live. I'm in the valley near Sacramento. Monte Carlo, I believe, where Bohemian Grove is, and that's where all the presidents go to play with themselves in front of a giant statue owl. Perform mock children's sacrifices. Dance around in their robes. Guess if you own everything, you got to do something fun to keep yourself busy, don't you? That's what being rich will do to you. Run around in white robe. All right, what else we got? Well, here's the Tesla Tower location. 308 Dale Acres Road. Take a drive. Go check it out. Go look at the Tesla Tower. Maybe you can find out more about it. 308 Dale Acres Road, Milford, Texas 76670. These are screenshots off of a video. So sorry, I don't know who doggone video, but let's see. Anybody got any questions about anything with that? Kristen, I share this later. Okay. Austin, Haley, Donovan, Austin, Jason. They used to have a necklace that had a piece of Mars in it. Nice. You could sell it on eBay, dude. Crystopia. Planet Kilo. They want to kill us. Let's talk about it. All right. Who wants to go live? I've got my phone here somewhere. Let's see. I can hop on the mobile here and just get off this little trip. Somebody wants to go live, we can see. So this flat earth thing, a lot of talk about flat earth, and you know, I believe that we went to the moon because I saw it on TV. Some actually believe we landed on the moon because they heard it on the radio. I saw the astronauts floating around in space with my dad laying on the couch back in 1983. They were all floating out there. So I could go. I'm trying to hold my tongue here about this NASA stuff. Oh yeah, I don't want to be spam. Okay, no spam. I got an idea. What if I just do this? There, now we can see what you're saying. So what are we gonna dominate the discussion with tonight, you guys? What is it gonna be? Let's see. Google Earth, that was fun. Here's Florida to California. Took a few screenshots. Here we go. This is a picture of Florida to California. I did some Google Earth screenshots. I wanted to see the curve because I can't seem to find any real pictures of it except for this. This is Iowa to California, so there's a visible curve here. This is, I believe, Santa Cruz, and that's Monterey way over there, 36 miles away. Austin. Yep, I could, yeah. Let's see if I can get my phone linked up here and we'll just go live with that. It was September. I went live with Tim Carr in Australia and Bradley in Louisiana. He hooked me up with Tim, and then we went live on Facebook at 4:20 in the morning in September. I was up all night looking at the moon, and then Tim got a hold of me. I went outside, started filming, got him on the phone, and we both were looking at the moon at the same time. And that was when I realized that the globe was dead. Since then, I haven't slept at all, but I'm not having globular nightmares. So that's been nice. let's see. Let's go down. Let's go down some flat Earth lane, I guess. Here we have 100 miles of infrared camera. Let's see if I can do this. All right, this is This is 100 miles away. You can see the mountains in the distance. An infrared camera to tell me how in the hell we live on a ball when you're not supposed to be able to see that. That in itself, I mean, you can't say, nope, that's not real. That's your proof, man. A normal camera, you would not see any of this back there. This mountain range. This is LA. I forgot where this guy is. San Diego, I don't know. I don't remember. You can take the title and look it up. Watch the video. Pretty doggone cool, to say the least. And that's apparently, you know, the size of a tree that could have been. Tons of trees got chopped down, and there's still remnants of them. Devil's Tower, and a bunch of other plateaus in other countries. Exactly the same, identical. Here is your enclosed system that they say that you cannot possibly do that. An enclosed system. Here we have a dome. We have living material inside the dome. We can see that the light is obviously shining through the glass. Been going on since the dawn of time. People still can't see it. I'm done fighting people with it because I'm not going to let it ruin my day. They can't see what you're showing them, then, you know, that's cool. The Bolivian salt flats. It debunks octans 24/7. 4,086 square miles of flat water, a giant mirror reflecting the sky above, only possible on a flat Earth. There's the Arctic wall, Antarctic wall, all the way around. There's a lot of pictures here. Here's your day and night. So the people that have these memes of a lamp shining down on top of a pancake. No. You have to decrease the size of the sun if you're going to change the shape of the ball. It all has to be relative. First time I saw this, I laughed. I'm not going to lie. I actually grabbed the Bible and I started throwing scriptures at people saying, nope, here's the sphere. It says sphere. And then I read Genesis 1:14 5 or 6 times. And then I read the whole chapter 5 or 6 times. You got to read it over and over and over again to go, wow. There is no solar system. This is what we live in. One of these. We don't know the actual no heavens or down below. We can't tell, but this is the best depiction that apparently we can come up with. The sun rotating around the center, just like the magnets do. In the magnet video, I shared that 5 or 6 times. I didn't really the undisputable fact that the horizon is flat. On the beach, in the Midwest, wherever the salt flats are, what is it, Wyoming? And then at 120,000 feet. Every single place you go at any altitude, this is what you're going to see. Here's an issue. I'm going to do it with you right now. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to type in, can you see the curve of the Earth? I guess you actually have to Google it first. Can you see the curve of the Earth? It is possible to see the effect of the curvature of the Earth from sea level, ships disappearing over the horizon. To actually see the curvature directly, i.e., to be able to see the horizon as an arc rather than a straight line, requires an altitude of over 50,000 feet. I'm going to leave that tab right there, and I'm going to go picture of the Earth at 50,000. Here we have a bunch of pictures. This doesn't do it for me. So, Earth at 120,000 feet. 120,000 feet. And I'm going to just leave this right here for a second. I just Googled Earth at 120,000 feet. And the first 2, 4, 6, 8, first 10. Nearly half of these. It's 50% probably. But you see, there's bullshit mixed with reality right here. The very first one's a flat Earth, 120,000 feet curve. Google says I can see one at an altitude of over 50,000 feet. So this is where I have my little mental conflict. I like this little rather than a straight line. I don't remember that being there before. Let's see. Can you see the curve at 120,000 feet? I love this. It says, look, there are 2 ways to see the curvature of the Earth. Either you go up or you go to a beach. Oh, this is Quora.com. Never mind. Can you see the curvature from a plane? Reports and photographs claiming that visual observers can detect the curvature of the Earth from high mountains or high-flying commercial aircraft are investigated. 10.7 kilometers is the bare minimum for seeing curvature, so the apparent curvature will be very slight at this altitude. That was in 2016. Let's see. How high do you have to be to see the curvature of the Earth? Well, this one says you should be able to detect it from an aeroplane at a cruising height of around 35,000 feet, but you need a fairly wide field of view, i.e., 60 degrees and virtually cloud free horizon. Well, we've got GoPros at 120,000 with crystal clear vision, 360 degrees. At what is that? Well over twice that. Can the human eye see the curvature of the Earth? If the Earth were flat, the Earth's surface curves out of sight at a distance of 3.1 miles, but our visual acuity extends far beyond that horizon. If the Earth were flat, or if you were standing atop a mountain surveying a larger than usual patch of the planet, you could perceive bright lights hundreds of miles distant. This was in 2012. Whoever is putting this shit on the internet is responsible for the mental downfall of every civilized human being walking the earth right now. Earth being the material in which you are standing, sitting, sleeping, eating, smelling, everything that you walk on right now is called Earth. It is not a blue spinning water ball. Unless you can make water stick to something, get back to me, leave a comment, do whatever you need to do. Let's see. Let's check the questions. I don't want to sit here and just gawk at myself here. What do we got going? Wow, it's been 49 minutes. I've been sitting here for 49 minutes. Austin. Okay, let's see. Where's my let's get you. Let's see if we can get Austin on here. How many miles? Let's see. Okay. I want to show you one more thing before. Check this out. I got a lot of stuff to show you. You see this? The National Academy of Television. Now just check this out. I'll be right back. All right. Let's see. Put this back like. All right. The National Academy of Television, Arts and Sciences. So you have. Oh. I need to figure out a better way of doing this. I'm gonna get hell of I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. No, that's not gonna work. Just look at this. You have sciences, arts. You got the S, science. Got the A in art. Got the T in television. A for academy. N for national. And what do we have? we have the National Academy of Television Arts and Science. That was a good one. It's fun when you find this stuff. And then on top of that, you have a fallen angel holding a globe. Because there's lightning bolts on this angel. Blow it up so you can see it. There we go. An angel with lightning bolts and a globe, which is also an atheist symbol, apparently. We have the fallen angel. Jesus said, I saw him fall as lightning from heaven to earth. Something like that. I present to you Lucifer, a golden idol that people drool to have it. They want this. They love it. They've got to have balls. Want their balls, people. Satan is right there. Science, Arts, Television Academy, National. There is your acronym for Satan. That's just one of them. I don't know how many pictures of that I have on here. Here's an owl. Do you guys like owls? This is actually the aerial shot of the Supreme Court or something in Washington, where they have both houses, government. Sorry, I forgot what the name of it is. I don't even care. Like I said, I'm just a guitarist, drummer, piano, music dude that avoided this up until recently. The owl, again, Bohemian Grove, owl worship. You'll see the owl on the dollar bill. Here we have the aerial shot of Washington, D.C., where you can see the pentagram very clearly. Pentagram in the middle, there's your star. George Washington was a famous surveyor, and I guess what I learned in third grade indoctrination was that he was responsible for a lot of the surveying the land and placing the streets. So again, that's probably why he was on the dollar bill. I don't know. Just speculation. And there's your satanic government layout. When Obama was out there barking, he kept saying, yes, we can, over and over and over again. And he had the crowd saying it even. Yes, we can backwards is thank you, Satan. And if you don't believe me, I promise you, you can do it right now. I'm going to record it live right now so you can hear what it sounds like when you do it yourself. What I'm going to do is say, yes, we can 5 times and play it and see if it sounds like what he said. Yes, we can. 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 All right, let's play that and see what it sounds like. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay, so ads, gotta love it. Oh, we play it backwards. We want to play it backwards, okay? Hmm. This is weird. I don't have the ability to play it backwards on this one. Sweet. No, we can't. Apparently. All right. Well, sorry about that. I just blew that all the while. All right. Well, anyway, go ahead, Google it. Watch it on YouTube. I did it once before. For some reason, it's just not working. Sorry about that. I had a recording program and it blew up. There's that. This is the Pergamon seat of Satan. Apparently, it's a replica. Currently in Berlin. Jesus talks about knowing where the seat of Satan is in Pergamon. Apparently, this was a very good depiction of what Obama used as a backdrop to his speech. Has the same architecture, and because he believes in the people. I think that Donald Trump will not be president. I'm confident he will not be president. Lethal autonomous weapons pledge. Artificial intelligence is poised to play an increasing role in military systems. There is an urgent opportunity and necessity for citizens, policymakers, and leaders to distinguish between acceptable and unacceptable uses of AI. In this light, we, the undersigned, agree that the decision to take a human life should never be delegated to a machine. Thought that was kind of cool to find. I don't even. You all seen that commercial where you have all the news reporters saying the same thing? I haven't watched the news in years. I gave up completely on TV. Here's where Bohemian Grove is. Let's go ahead and zoom in on it. So, if you remember, we had the fire last year in the Santa Rosa area. A lot of this was burnt. This is where they like to hang out, Bohemian Grove. Funny, I used to live right in this area. Never went out there. Actually, I could have driven out there and not realized it. I did take a drive. I'll never know. What else we got for the Statue of Liberty? Looks a lot like all these other statues that are a bunch of satanic symbols for Luciferian worship. So the Statue of Liberty is not what we've been told. That's a whole thing in itself. Eavesdropper Google, they can hear you now. Voice to skull technology, they can talk to you through the airwaves. Lucifer was the prince of the air, or is still the prince of the air. So be careful with playing with all these toys. Machines are learning. They are. And it's just a matter of time before we have one AI entity controlling the entire neurological grid world that they will build. No place is private. The Jesuit oath. This is what the Pope is all about, you guys. This is one of my favorite topics. I can just leave this here for a quick second. Jesuit oath is pretty nasty. It's so bad I won't even read it out loud. George W. with his Lord of the Rings ring. The Nephilim giants. There's plenty of evidence to show that Enoch was talking about the giants being 300. Let's see. I always want to try to say it is 3,000 L's. What was that? 10,000 feet. 2.5, 3 miles. I don't remember, but the giants were huge. Straight up huge. And this is the owl in Bohemian Grove. And then walking around with their little robes. There's video you can see of them doing this at night. Let's actually try to see if we can find it real quick. Here's the Bohemian Grove. Right. Bohemian Grove. Gotta love it. Rio. Okay, so here is what they did.
Hey guys, it's Jason
Dang, that was loud.
Bond here, and I'm here to give you the ultimate penny stock playbook. Winning stocks start with
premier organizations of the whole New World Order arrangement, you might say. Of course, we can go back in history, all the way back to ancient Egypt, Babylon, or Greece, Rome. And I think you're going to see sort of the roots of the Bohemian Grove, but particularly in the Illuminati era, originating during the French Revolutionary days. You know, there we had the actual order of the Illuminati, Adam Weishaupt and all of his evil philosophers, let's just call them, Voltaire and the others. And that has come up all the way to today. Hitler, of course, was a Bohemian. I think it's more Babylon mystery religion. All of the elements are there. Of course, even the owl is a symbol of ancient mystery Babylon. the owl was worshipped by the ancient Egyptians and by the Babylonians. And it's interesting to me that many
bizarre enjoyment by the crowd. We still haven't made out exactly what was going on, but that a real sacrifice may have actually been developing, according to some occult experts.
All right, this is the good stuff.
All the time in the darkness across the small lake, the men in black were doing something behind the dark curtains hanging from the redwood trees. Then after about 10 more minutes of music, suddenly all around the owl, activity began. Here is the main central part of the ritual.
The owl is in his leafy temple. Let all within the grove be reverent before him. Lift up your heads, O ye trees, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting spires. For behold, here is Bohemia's shrine, and holy are the pillars of this house. Weaving spiders, come not near.
What you're seeing is the Bohemian Grove gathering. So let's keep it rolling.
Hail, Bohemians! With the ripple of waters, song of birds, such music as inspires the sinking soul, do we invite you into midsummer's joy. The sky above is blue, sown with stars. The forest floor is heaped with fragrant drift. Evening's cool kiss is yours. The campfires glow. The birth of rosy fingered dawn. Shake off your sorrows with the city's dust and cast to the winds the cares of life. Let memory bring back the well-loved names of gallant friends who knew and loved this grove. Dear boon companions of the long ago. Aye, let them join us in this ritual. Not a place be empty in our midst. O beauty's vassals, who hold in this gray autumn of the world her springtime in your heart, attend our tale. Gather, ye forest folk, and cast your spell over these mortals. Touch their world-blind eyes with fairy unction. Open their eyes of fancy. Blow all the memories of yesterday and seal the gates of sorrow. It is a dream, and yet not all a dream. Dull care and all of his works are but a dream. As vanished Babylon and goodly Tyre, so shall they also vanish. But the wilding rose blows on the broken battlements of Tyre, and walks rend the stones of Babylon. For beauty is eternal, and we bow to beauty everlasting. For lasting happiness, return to one alone, and she surrounds you now. Great nature, refuge of the weary heart, and only balm for breasts that have been bruised. Ye have cool hands for every favored brow, and gentlest silence for the troubled soul. The counsels are most wise. She healeth well, having such ministries as calm and sleep. She is ever faithful. Other friends may fail, but seek ye her in any quiet place. Smiling, she will rise and give to you her kiss, so must become his children. Little children that believe nor ever doubt her beauty and her faith, nor deem her tenderness can change or die. Bohemians and priests, the desperate call of heavy hearts is answered by the power of your fellowship. Doppler is slain. His body has been brought yonder from the funeral pyre to the joyous pipings of a funeral march. Our funeral pyre awaits the corpse of care.
Here you have the boatman, his face was painted up like a skull, bringing the bound body across the water. Again, we'll have enhanced video of this later. And let's see if you can pick up all of the different occultic meanings in the speeches you're about to hear.
That's about all I can take of that. So yeah, dude. Pretty crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. This is what you do if you have too much money. You run around in robes, worshiping owls. What else do we got for him, Johnny? Austin. Okay. Yep, that's right. Moloch, the owl, I guess it's called. Yeah, worshiping an owl. Templars became Jesuits and the Catholic Church was never Christian either. Yep, Dennis, that's absolutely right. If you think about it, the Catholic Church is, in my opinion, and I'm almost not suggesting this, but rather implying it, that the Vatican churches, St. Peter's Basilica, all of that is Satan's church. I think that he's in love with vanity. And of course, if you were going to be the god of this world, wouldn't you want all of the gold and everything else to go along with it? That's just what I think. I mean, the basilisk, lizard, so much reptilian insinuendos. Is that how you say it? Let's see. There's the white horse that was above or nearby Obama's speech at the Dallas arena. Looks kind of like a pale horse. There's just a lot of signs. A lot of things to look at. The chemtrails. Here we have Operation High Jump and Fishbowl. some people just need to take a look at what that is. Have some of your friends research those two things. And if the government does this stuff, how could one decide that that doesn't exist? Oh yeah, Richard Dawkins put this out. I don't know when this was. Tissue culture, clean meat, already in 2018. I've long been looking forward to this. What if human meat is grown? Do we overcome our taboo against cannibalism? An interesting test case for consequentialist morality versus yuck reaction. Absolutism. You could be eating lab-grown meat this year. Nice. 8 years of Obama gave us this, the millennial snowflake. The fact that I'm even looking at this is horrible. All right, what can we change the subject to now? What do we got? Got Bohemian Grove. We've done the Pope. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. Let's get this on the road here. All right, Austin. Can I do this?
Okay, I'm done.
All right. Yeah. Can I add somebody to? I don't know if I can transfer to the phone. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's just do it later then. That sounds good. Sounds real good, you guys. Any last quests? Anything else we could smash out before people don't like the ones in the times of Noah? Yep, it is the days of Noah. Noah was telling people for 100 years they better get ready. Nobody listened. Drinking and partying with no care in the world. Exactly. With all of the vanity and temptation in the world, why would anybody want to follow any rules concerning not doing those things? The addictions and temptations are way too heavy for anyone to bear unless you've got some sort of spiritual holiness given to you by the grace of God to endure all of it. Sure, we all have a handful of temptations and sins that we deal with every day, but at least you can knock some of the big ones off. Trying to stay righteous, make it a habit to share Christ with others. Make it a habit to pick it up and read a scripture once in a while. You know, Matthew 13 comes to mind. Matthew 13, 11. Here we go. Matthew 13:11. Jesus says to his disciples, oh boy, I hit the volume. He's saying right here, the disciples came and said, why do you talk in parables? He talked in parables so the Pharisees didn't understand what he was saying. Pharisees thought they knew everything. So he makes up parables that Jesus' followers could understand. And this is what he said. They said, "Why speakest thou unto them in parables?" And he tells his disciples this, or his followers or the crowd this. "Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given." Clear as a bell right there. It's not given to them. If you're standing with Christ and he's telling you it's given to you, I talk in parables because I give you, it is meant, given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it is not given. So clearly there are people who know the truth and decide not to follow it, and God will hand them over to a debased mind. He will basically say, well, okay, you don't believe? I'll give you something to believe. And he will use the enemy to help carry out his ultimate plan. So you say, why is this piece of garbage still roaming the planet? Because he has just converted himself into a tool to help carry out the events that need to take place. Like Jesus said, all these things must come to pass. Don't, but be exceedingly glad. This stuff has to happen. He has a perfect revenge. If you really think about it, the way he takes his revenge on everyone that said no, and those who crucified him, beat him, all those people are going to have to come back from their death and face him. You can't get away from him, because no matter what you do, killing yourself isn't going to change the fact that he's going to bring you back and make you accountable for what you did. Everybody else too. It's a beautiful thing. He's going to come get you. Keep you from dying the second death. The people that take the mark of the beast and they run around and they're in their days of Noah, they're gonna, oh yeah, give me the mark, I'll put it in my hand. Sure, let's run around and go buy things. The very next page. Okay, what page was that? Yep, it was the very next page. Here's another flat earth verse for you that I just happened to run into. It's Revelation 20, verse 9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire come down. And fire come down from heaven, from God out of heaven, and devoured them. They went up on the breadth of the earth. Pretty cool. That's not what I was going to point out. Okay. For all of those that are going to take this mark and think that it's awesome, if you really think it's that cool, this is what happens to the people that choose the mark. Go to Revelation 16. verse 1 and 2. But right before that, if you go to Revelation 13 verse 14, you have AI and the mark of the beast. Turn the page on chapter 16 and read the first 2 verses. This is what happens to the people that have the mark. Verse 2, it says, and the first went, and the wrath of God opens. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. You have a mark of the beast, you have an image of the beast, and those who are worshiping his image, well, aren't people making hand signs now? There's triangles and hand signs. There's obviously an image being worshipped right now. So it's only 1 page away from the angel that reaps the earth. Here's a little something about the earth being reaped. Revelation 14:16. He that sat on the cloud thrust his sickle on the earth, and it was reaped. But then another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, and he also having a sharp sickle. And the other angel came out of the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and the blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,006 furlongs, 600 furlongs. It's a lot of blood. I tried to visualize what 1,600 furlongs in area would look like. A pool of blood that big. I'm assuming that that's what that is. So, pretty intense, man. So we've got the earth. You can see the curve of the earth. If you Google it, you can see the curve of the earth. If you want to see the curve of the earth, here you go. Go to images. You can see, oh, it's real. It's all real. It's every single solitary picture of the earth that's like this. Oh, that's big fat. I'm about to just lose it on this globe stuff. Did you guys see the Japanese or Chinese? I don't remember what it was, but there was an astronaut doing a spacewalk, and you could see his helmet turn. Do any of you know about a space outfit that the helmet is that swivels? You ever seen one of those? Well, let's see. I just want to leave you guys with this. This is what reality looks like at 120,000 feet. There is no curve to be seen. No matter how high you go, This is it. I stared at this for a month, thinking to myself, damn, I spent my whole life thinking we lived on a spinning water ball. But if I can put a camera on a balloon and send it way up in the air and see this, you can't say this is fake. That looks pretty real. Another interesting thing about this kind of picture is that sprites, if you guys have seen what sprites are, they look like explosions coming off of the dome. If you go to YouTube and type in sprites exploding off the dome, pretty amazing. I think Tesla was talking about the ionosphere being like an electric glass of some kind. I don't know. Getting tired. I think that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna leave it like this, and we'll catch you guys on the next flip. Okay. That's it for now. I'll catch you later. Thank you guys for being around here.